Hello, 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 everybody. This is one of my special sessions where, on days where I'm very busy in my session, free live readings, I get a lot of donations, which I, of course, welcome because that's how live off of. So, and that's what gives me the ability to do everything that I do. So, don't stop those. But this is what I do when I do get a lot of donations and I don't get to a lot of free readings in the previous session. I come back on after my praying mantis session and usually after I eat to complete out the free readings because that is an important part of what I do. So, this is what this is for. There's no chat because I'm not taking any new requests in this session, but I'll be back here in 2.5 hours for my evening session from 6 to 8 Mountain Time. And around 5, if I think I'll be done by this one by 5 p.m., I'll post an announcement and you can jump into that early into the chat and put your question to get in line if you'd like. So I'm going to use the Tarot of the Dragons for this session. And we had left off with Soul Searching Vibe. So, Soul Searching Vibe, you are up first. And you had asked, how will your future spouse be? So let's take a look here and see what does Spirit want you to know about your future spouse. Let's take a look. What else? All right. And these two. All right. Let's take a look here. All right. Wow. Well, they are a go getter for sure. So, these three that we have here, let's see if I can do this. All right. So, we've got the chariot, which is movement and victory, and someone who really knows the power of what they choose and how it impacts their lives, both mentally, emotionally, energetically, and physical action. And you also have, I think that's the knight, yeah, the Knight of Wands. Another, the fastest moving horse out of all the knights. So there's a lot of fast movement, a lot of passion for life, and they get things done. That's why I was saying there's a lot of action, a lot of movement. And it's no surprise with the Six of Pentacles that they have so much abundance left over. They have some for others too. So the three little bears don't have to worry about Goldilocks. They're feeding them here, so Goldilocks is safe. But I love this for you because it is someone who is very inspired for life, and they understand the balancing of giving and receiving as well. So I like this. They have a lot of passion for humanity. So I feel like they're successful, but they also like giving back to community, giving back to society, and donating and volunteering and that type of thing. So they have plenty um, for themselves and for you, but they also want to give to others as well. So I like this piece of them. So that's a good little, you're going to start a little journal. These are the characteristics of them because they spirit doesn't like to give us like everything all at once. It's a scavenger hunt. The discovering, the adventure, the search is something that we can't do on the other side because we know everything and we just want to be somewhere we're there. We want to know something, we know it. This life is one that we are in the search and the journey for. So enjoy the scavenger hunt of discovering who they are piece by piece. It's exciting. So, but very positive. So, that is what they have for you right now. A soul searching vibe. So many blessings to you. And then up next, we have Anusri. Hey, Anusri. So you wanted a love reading. Let's take a look here and see what Spirit wants you to know about love right now. All right. All right. Let's see what we got here. Yeah. So you got a little message here, the two sets of cards. This one with the Emperor and the Ten of Wands is this, it's kind of like this point in your life here where you're stepping up and looking at where you've been investing all of your energy. This long list of maybe supposed tos and shoulds around love, like who am I supposed to be? Who are they supposed to be? How are we supposed to meet? How are things supposed to, right? It's a lot of energy and it goes into a black hole because it's trying to live up to a lot of what we've been told and this dream of what everyone else is saying that we're supposed to have, but we don't have to. It's you discovering that emperor is you standing up and deciding for yourself what you want in your life. Who do you want to be? What do you want to be? Who do you want to be with? And this 10 of wands is like all this energy being invested trying to become, instead of recognizing who you are and expressing that, because it does come into here as well, that message of the three of pentacles about you being true to the authentic you, not trying to create something that everyone else is telling you to create. This is your life. You have to live with it. It's like these people in this cave are going, all right, do it this way, do it this way, do it this way, and then they leave. They don't see it again, and you're like, wait, I have to live with this, and you told me to create this. Wait, I'm going to create what I want. And this is what this three of pentacles is about, being true to your authentic self. And with the two of wands, there definitely is this power of choice. Whatever you focus on is what you draw in. Like attracts like. What world do you want to create regarding love? So the point you're at right now is spirit kind of has things on hold because they're not wanting you to fulfill. It's like a waiter coming to a table and you're like listening to what everyone else is telling you to order. It's not really what you want, and you're probably allergic to it. And you're like, well, and spirit's going, oh, let's delay the waiter coming over because I want you to decide what you want on the menu. What are you going to consume? What is your life going to look like? And then that will be brought into your life instead of something that you don't want. Things that we've thought we've wanted, lower vibrational things that we've brought in that haven't been that, right? um what has satisfied us, and so we're raising our love vibration. Things are on hold so that you can step up to be your true authentic self and look and really understand what is your dream, and you're bringing that in instead. So that's what's happening right now, which I like. It's better than getting you know a platter that comes with a giant, like, the monkey brain on it, and you're like, I really don't like monkey brain. Thinking of they're showing me in my head an Indiana Jones Temple of Doom when they were serving them, and they're like, oh my god. And it's like, no, you don't need the monkey brain. You can order what you want. So this is what's coming in for you, Nusri. Your guides are funny. So many blessings to you. And then up next, we've got Pinky. Hello, Pinky. You want your Pisces feelings, next actions towards you. So let's see. What does Spirit want you to know about Pisces' next actions towards you? All right. What's this? What is this? What is this? Okay. So, excuse me, Pisces, their next actions here, they've got a lot of thinking going on here with the Knight of um, Swords. Of course, you can see the swirling. A lot of thinking, a lot of change that's coming in here. And it does have to do here with the Page of Cups, which is, they've got thoughts and beliefs around new love that's coming in. And with the 10 of Pentacles, 10 of Pentacles usually has, I mean, here we go, partners with babies and abundance and a home and all of that stuff. They've got these thoughts and these beliefs around what this is supposed to be, should be, need to be. And they've got fears around that too. So just know that there's all this stuff that's going on under the surface, but actions are on hold until they are able to get past those fears, because you've got the Four of Wands here, which is the marriage card and the celebration and the joy, but you've got the Nine of Wands, which represents a barrier. So this is behind on the other side of this, and this is what they're trying to get through to this. So both of these sets of cards represent that they have these desires, they have these passions, they have these intentions that they would like, but they're having trouble getting through these thoughts and these beliefs and these mindsets and this barrier of pain, of fear, of unworthiness, whatever it may be that they've experienced in the past that built it. It's standing in between. And whenever we're having that kind of pause where they're working on things, there's nothing that we can do. They have to figure things out. We can't change people's minds. You try, you just push them further in the other direction. The only thing we can do is help change hearts. And we do that by giving unconditional love and we are able to give unconditional love, the more we work on our own inner love. We fill up with unconditional love, it overflows, and it gives us time to reflect on what we have. What are our thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that are keeping us away from that? What barriers do we have? I might have already talked about the Take 10 was Zen series that I have, episodes 4, 5, I think in 6, I'll talk about fate and how we can, what we can do mentally and consciously and with our uh, subconscious beliefs and programs that are on autopilot that are running underneath the surface, things we can do ourselves to help draw things in faster. But when it's relationship wise, they have to do their part and then you get to do your part. So check those out. I think those might help out, but that is what they have for you. So many blessings to you. All right, Crystal Pickett. Let's take a look here. I know I grabbed something else. So let me read both of these because you commented toward the end too. So let's see here. Does your ex-husband Johnny want to reconnect with you? All right, and thank you. No contact. He's happy in his new marriage. Oh, oh, wow. Okay, after 6 months. So the reason why you asked the question is because he asked your sister. Oh, that for that friend request on Facebook, and she doesn't remember him because we are. Oh, so okay. Yeah. Okay. Great. So let me get rid of that one there. So let's take a look here and see. Does your ex want to connect with you? That's the basic question here. So let's take a look. See what they have. I don't. It doesn't feel like it here with these cards because we've got the Empress and we've got the Queen of Pentacles. Both of these are about you know um, new birth, new the new. So I do feel, this is with their, their current spouse, right? You've got this feeling of mother nature, mother nurture that's in here, and the four of pentacles, which is this stable home feel here. And I don't feel like, and they've got the sire of wands, the king of wands, which this is like their, I feel like this is them, and this is their spouse. And so they've got this beautiful balance that's happening here. And I just don't feel like they're focused on family. And I keep on seeing birth and baby. So I feel like maybe their wife might be pregnant and they're focusing on all that. I don't feel like they intentionally sent a friend request to your sister. I almost feel I don't for some reason I feel like it was an accident. Like they were scrolling and it puts people you may know type of things and I feel like they bumped it and it sent off a friend request and they didn't know how to stop it. But I don't feel like they're trying to reconnect. I feel like they're very focused on their new marriage and I feel like they have a child on the way. So I feel like they're very, very focused and all that energy is focused inward, Crystal. I don't feel like they're trying to reach out and connect at all. I just feel like they're um, well, the Cancer sign too is very, very motherly and home based and focused on home energy. So I feel like they really are focused in on this individual. Um, but and I feel like you'll get word that they had a baby very soon. I think, but I feel like she is at least with child. So no, I don't feel like they are. Crystal, you get to release that and move forward. All right. So that's what they have, Crystal. So many blessings to you. And then Lydia, you are up next. Anything good coming for you before September ends? Anything you should know? Wow, I know, right? We've only got like about a week left, right? Wow. Let's take a look here. Wow. So you do have the full card coming in here first, which the full card is the first card in the major arcana, which 0. The one before it is the world card, ending of major cycles, beginning of new, letting old things go. And it's like this adventure that's beginning. I feel like there's something with you letting go of something, and this is all in your hands. This is a possibility, not guaranteed or fated, because the Queen of Wands here, she stands in her power. She holds her wand and she knows whatever she focus on is what grows and expands. And all the royalty usually have a salamander to protect them from risk, but you've got the black cat here, the Black Panther, which represents the cups side, the water side of all queens, which is your connection to spirit. So trust your gut, trust your instinct, trust your intuition, and know that there's the stuff to let go of. And if you can let go of it, it does spark this new adventure. And that could be romance, it could be a new opportunity, whatever's been on your mind, something that's been just feeling like it's holding you back, whatever area of that life that is, this is what we're talking about. And there's some beliefs to let go of to go, why do I even feel this way? Why is it so important? Why do I feel like I couldn't do it? Why? Do some inquiry into it. And if you do, by the end of the month, the spark happens and it opens a door for you. But it's about letting go of the old ways, because whatever's been created can't be solved by the same thing that it was created. It's a new way. It's a new way of looking at things. It's a new approach that solves things. So I like that for you, Lydia. It's a very powerful opportunity, but it's all about your energy. Like attracts like. So whatever you focus on is what will grow and expand. If we focus on our fears, what we fear will leave or come into our life. If we focus on what's missing or what we hate that's in our life, it will get more of that because we're focusing on it. But gratitude and focusing on what we do want changes the energy of things too. So I like it. All right. Just going to take a quick sip here. All right. So, new love. Hello, hello, and you're welcome. You want to know, will you be in a committed relationship before this year ends? All right, let's take a look here. So sorry. All right. It definitely is a possibility here because you've got the Two of Cups, which is all about committed relationships. So you've got that possibility here. So I like that. It just and new passion that comes in here. So definitely, again, this is all a possibility. The Knight of Swords is what is taking you there. The knights are horses, duh. And you ride upon a horse. That's what's taking you there. In the Ace of Swords, this knight is on a quest for the Ace of Swords, seeing things from a different perspective. And what that does is when the knight is able to grasp and see things from this higher perspective, from a place of the capital T truths of unconditional love, you're able to cut away these thoughts and these beliefs that no longer serve. That would be fears related to fears of failure, fears of rejection, a lot of supposed tos and shoulds and need tos and have tos and musts around love. And those are the things that suck life out of our relationships. It keeps us at a lower vibration when we have a lot of fears around lovability, um, old things that happen in relationships happening again. So the more we let things go and we see things from this higher place, have this root in unconditional love and raise our own love, it allows us to give and receive love to the humans in the world in a broader way too. So I feel like you've been working on this and you're ready for an expanded, even more self love that brings this in. But it's definitely a possibility with all those cards. So I like that for you. So that's what they have for you, new love. It's all in your hands. Yay. All right. Excuse me. And then many blessings to you. All right. So next we have Anya Ohuya, and you want to know what is coming for the Libra season for you. So what does Spirit want you to know? Wow. Lot of passion coming in here. for life, or maybe an individual coming in, maybe a Leo with the Sun card. But there's a lot of energy. I mean, the Sun card is a huge amount of fire energy, and the Eight of Wands is one of the most, obviously a lot of fast moving energy coming in, a lot of passion moving in. So I like this. It feels like it's very passionate, 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 passionate. A lot of passion. Sorry, I'm just chewing my cough drop. And it feels like it's I almost feel like you get a new sense for life, a new ignition for life. It's like you've been trying to do a lot of stuff, investing a lot of energy in a lot of different ways that didn't feel like it was getting you anywhere. It's like running in mud, and it just feels like you haven't. And it's almost like I don't want to say hope was like oh hope was lost. It's not like that. Just kind of down, just kind of dull. You feel like life got dull. Life got almost went into a period of existing. But this does not feel like existing anymore. Feels like Libra season just sparks, 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 sparks. This balance. I feel like the scales balance out with this Libra energy, and you do have this like, passion, this excitement about life. Something or someone inspires you during this period that just brings back this feeling of living instead of existing. So I like it for you. That's the little sneak peek into your Libra season. And that's what they have for you right now, Anya. Right, Dijona, hello, hello. You are up next here. And do you still need to heal? You know, no, I don't feel like anyone needs to heal. I know. What? bruddaZEN said no one needs to heal. I look at it as more as transformation. Healing feels like I'm broken and I need to fix something. Transformation is I've had all these experiences in my life, and that's what I came down here is to experience so much. But now it's time. There's some things it's like I've ridden a roller coaster 1,000 times, and I'm like, you know what? I don't want to destroy the roller coaster or erase those memories because that's what I did. But now I'm ready for something different. And I feel like there is this transformation that's coming in. There's an area of your life that you aren't pleased with anymore. It's just like, meh, I'm bored with it. I want something new to come in here. Let's see what this is. Oh, yeah. So you've got the, excuse me, the Six of Cups, which the Six of Cups does talk about going back and transforming some old emotions into new, which is exactly what I was talking about, which is we realize some of the things that people did that we used to define us that ignited fear within us and that impacted our self-worth. We're realizing, okay, well, what was this all about, right? And when we realize every moment is a choice between higher vibrational unconditional love or a choice of fear, lower vibrational love, the fear of losing a conditional love, fear of failure, and all those lovely fears. When the human goes into fight or flight mode, of course, uh, when our little inner child feels unsafe or out of control, we knock out the intelligent, compassionate, loving side, and we choose to act out of fear. We do stupid stuff, unloving stuff, uncompassionate stuff. Well, when someone either did something or didn't do something, said something or didn't say something, and we're like, and it was they did it out of fear because it's not loving, compassionate, and intelligent, right? So if it was a fear, we realize, oh, that was a 2-year-old and their pet cat that was in charge, not their intelligent, compassionate, loving side. It's like, oh, okay. So that wasn't personal. That was just like, swimming out to rescue someone who's drowning, and they smack you upside your head, and then they notice you, and then they grab onto you and pull you underwater. They weren't trying to hurt you or drown you or kill you. They were panicking. A little 2-year-old was freaking out. And, like when a 2-year-old throws a tantrum and smacks people, it's like, no, once you get them back to shore and they feel safe, you see the adult return to them, right? Well, that's what the Six of Cups does, is it transforms old emotions and feelings and realizing they're not about you, and it transforms into where you're seeing them as acting out of fear. Maybe I was acting out of fear, and then you start thinking of them differently, the situation differently, and then definitely you start thinking of yourself differently because you're realizing that wasn't about me, that was them in fear, didn't have anything to do with me, right? So there's this transformation that comes in because, what I was like, "Oh, yeah," is because you got 2 eights here, which is flowing. 8 of swords, you're realizing what of your own thoughts and beliefs and mindsets were blinding you, binding you, and making you feel trapped. You're looking at the emotions that no longer serve you that you're leaving behind and headed off to the 9 of cups, emotional fulfillment. So both of these eights are flowing numbers. So both in heart and in mind, both in emotions, past memories, and thoughts and beliefs, you're releasing. And so you are still transforming like a beautiful caterpillar into a beautiful butterfly, like everyone else. If we reach a point of, I've transformed everything, then we're a butterfly and we fly away. We're always in this journey of transformation of worth from coming into the world feeling priceless, taught to believe we're worthless, and then discovering we're priceless again. So it's an amazing journey. And so hopefully that helps, Dajona. But you're perfect. We just are discovering what thoughts and beliefs and emotions we created between us that blind us from our perfection. And then once we move stuff away, we start seeing, going, I'm pretty awesome, right? Not out of arrogance, but out of confidence. All right. So that's what they have for you at Dajona. Many blessings to you. All right, Starfall, you are up next. So, is your heightened sugar cravings going to disappear after your sleep schedule has returned to normal again? Yeah, because you are sweet enough, Starfall. You don't need to be any more sweeter. My goodness. Yeah. Yeah, it feels like it balances out. And we're entering into Libra season 2. So you've got the balancing out of the scales, you have the endings and the new beginnings. So endings and restart come in here. So it does feel like that's coming in here. And I know when our sleep schedule is kind of off, we're not normal. We're not normal anyway, right? We're not, but um when our sleep schedule is off, it can impact us emotionally because a lot of our sugar cravings and cravings for food and other things is something's making us feel a little empty inside, and we're trying to fill that with something that made us feel good in the past, whether that is any kind of food, alcohol, drugs, sex, whatever it is. We're like, I feel empty somehow, and I'm trying to fill myself up by something in the outside world. And I love my sugar, so I understand that. Um, it's kind of emotional eating that we do in a way, and it happens to everyone. That's what something that we feel in control with. And so when we have this sugar craving, we're craving something else. That's just what our brain is going, well, this helped in the past, because what they're showing me, a little kid, here, have an ice cream, that'll shut you up. And it's like, it sure did, doesn't it? And then we're taught um, to be miserable to get more candy. But I feel like it does there with the balancing scales and all of that. But there's something deeper to it, of course. It's not just the sleep schedule is help create this empty feeling. Um, and because there's some emotions that are sparked with this off schedule emotions, it feels, if you don't get enough sleep, you cry more easily, or we get more upset easy. It's because when we don't get enough rest, and our real rest and sleep, we're irritable, we're emotional. And when we're more emotional, then we want to satisfy ourselves emotionally more, and sugar is a wonderful way to do it. But um, I'm a supporter of sugar. But but that is what they have for you. I do feel it balances out, but I feel like it'll come back of some other way, some other how until we look at it, and it's okay. Everything like in balance, right? Um, even what is it they say? Everything in uh, small portions. I forget what, but it's like um, not going overboard with things, including going overboard or not going overboard. Sometimes it's okay, splurge, and then not. But if we're splurging all the time, maybe. Anyway, all of that, and I'm not a licensed nutritionist, so of course, trust your own self in making your own decisions, and seek a nutritionist if you want professional assistance. All right. So many blessings to you, Starfall, and you are sweet enough. All right. Shravani Nagosi, you are up next. So, what does Spirit want to tell you? Let's take a look here. All right. Wow. So you've got some altering on this beautiful change that's happening here because you've got the 9 of cups, which represents what is my wish come true, my emotional fulfillment wish card, right? And it's a 9, which is a hermit's journey. And with this Knight of Swords pursuing higher knowledge than the 10 of Wands, this is this really realizing what you are seeking from, what does this mean to you? This wish that you were given when you were younger, that we all are, we're all presented all this. This is what your wish should be. No, this is what your wish should be. No, this is what your wish. Blah 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 blah. But when it comes down to it, I'm gonna rub that genie lamp and make my one wish because it's a small lamp. It's a mini genie lamp. I get one wish. Everyone has their opinion on what I should wish for, but I get to decide. And I feel like this is what is happening here is you're going, I am questioning these thoughts and beliefs and what do I truly want? Seeing things from this higher perspective, cutting away all these opinions and advice that isn't for you. It's like people find out you're going to a restaurant and they're all telling you what you should order. Oh my God, this is so good. You should try that. Oh my God, you should try that. Oh my God. And you go there full of all these, I'm like, oh my God. And then you're just like, I'm going to clear the slate. I'm investing too much energy with that 10 of wands, trying to, how am I going to make everyone happy? Am I going to order one of each and then have leftovers for a month? Half of it going bad. um, and it's like, no, I'm going to decide for myself. What is it that I want? What do I desire in this life? And I'm going to order that because I'm the one that has to eat it. So I like that example. And that's what they have coming in here. So Spirit wants you to know there is no wrong choice. You get to choose because you get to eat it. So um, there's just different experiences with different results, and you get to choose. And so don't fear making the wrong choice. Just make the choice that makes your heart sing and makes it feel full. So I like that. Excuse me. All right. So that was for you, Sherwani Nagosi. And then up next after that, we've got Kevin Todabuin. Hello, hello. And you would like general guidance. Let's take a look here and see what Spirit has for you here. Okay. All right. All right. Yeah, it looks like you're kind of in a have this choice coming up here, right? With the 2 of Pentacles, you've got these two choices in the outside world between these 2 coins. See if I can get it to focus a little bit, maybe here, maybe. Um, but I like this because you have, on one hand, something that feels like so full, like you're like, this, I want to do this. I feel like this would make it feel, my life just, the 10 of Pentacles is like, um, having your partner, finding the partner you love, and child, and dog, and grandparent, and palace, and pentacles, which shows this outside world of feeling full. It's like I have one option that I feel would make my life feel like it's full. But then on the other side, I've got my 8 of swords, my thoughts and my beliefs and my mindsets that make me feel blinded and bound and trapped. And I feel like this is what I'm told supposed to do out of fear. And if we choose the option of the mind of like, well, this seems like the right thing I'm supposed to do, you miss out on this feeling of fullness and you'll always wonder. And you're just like, you know, it's all about the adventure. We are not here forever. We are forever, but this experience is short lived. You're only in this amusement park for a certain amount of days of your life. What are you waiting for to live? One feels like a choice of living, the other one feels like a choice of existing, the swords, the mind, the supposed to. So I feel like what they're telling you is here is do what you feel, not, what will make you feel full, not choose what you fear everyone else wants you to do and what will people think and da da da. Because as we were just talking about a moment ago, everyone has ideas of what you should order, but you're going to have to eat it. So you order what you like and you bring into your life what you like and you consume it. They are going to eat their own meal. And if they're like, I'm not happy that you chose something that I don't like to eat. And you're like, well, you're not eating it anyway, because if you try to get my food, you're gonna end up with a fork in your hand. Anyway, your guides are funny. But I like this for you, Kevin. So that's the advice that they have for you right now. So many blessings to you. All right. And then up after that, we've got Berenice Ramirez. Hello, hello. So you're going to know what's going on with you. Why do you have so much anger towards your partner? Is he going to be better to you? Um, okay, let's take a look here and see. Well, we'll find out first here. What is this anger about? And then, are they going to act differently? Whoa, okay. Yeah. Okay, let's take a look here. All right. I see. Whoa, okay. I definitely see here the anger. My goodness. Because you've got the seven of wands and the 10 of wands. The seven of wands, the anger, in here, there's so much flow. Then I'm sorry, you have the seven and the nine, right? Seven and nine, yeah. So the seven and the nines, the odd numbers show you this it's this obstacle in front of you to have you deal with it. So, and I know this is hard to kind of comprehend when we're going through things, is that the other person is actually doing us a favor by being a mirror for us. And I know that's hard to believe. It took me like 5 relationships. And finally, by the end, when I'm like, oh, you guys have been trying to show me what I want to see about myself until I see it. I get you now. But it took me a while for it to click in here. So I like that you have the ability to know now, about this, that the anger what anger is the fight and fight or flight. So fear is igniting, and this is what your higher self has ordered for you. The judgment card is your higher self bringing you up to this different perspective, and they're doing that by allowing your husband to be the trigger, to push the trigger points, to make this defensiveness, to make this internal search for why am I so angry to come up, because it goes way, way back. They're just a reminder of some fears that were ignited earlier in your life, because you've got the Five of Cups here going on, which you've got some spilt cups from your past here. That is what is being reminded and what is being echoed by your husband. So when you're going like, when they act this way, I've been taught that this means this about me, and it doesn't. We've got this power of choice that comes in here. The Chariot here is about movement and victory, so just know that you're going to be the energy you're putting forward here is going to be helpful to move you through this, but it does bring in to awareness your power of choice. And that's also with the Five of Cups here, because we have these lower vibrational emotions here, but we got the Two of Cups, which is the power of emotional choice. Everything is always a choice between two things. We either have these reactions and beliefs, which I call small T truths, which are rooted in the fear of rejection, of failure, of losing conditional love. And then we have unconditional love, the higher capital T truths. Every moment is one or the other. And it's a choice. There's four choices we make in each moment: the mental choice of what story we're putting to it, what emotion we are choosing to feel, right? What emotion we're choosing to feel, and the energy we're putting forward with an intention. Whatever I focus on is what's growing and expanding, and whatever um, choice I make of my physical actions. And I am making those choices. No one's makes me feel a certain way. No one irritates me. No one, all that's happening inside of me. They just have an action or a non-action, a word or a non-word that triggers an old belief system we have about our worth. And when that happens, it's like, oh, thank you. Now, where did this come from? You know, 7 years old and younger is where a lot of our emotional beliefs are formed. 7 and 14 is a lot of our mental belief systems are formed as well. And so when we go back and look and you ask yourself, what is really pissing me off about, you know, and it's like, wow, they said this, they did this or didn't do this. And if they loved me, they would this. It's like, that's the belief, and that's somewhere you were taught that earlier in your life, and you go, "Is that really true? Could I still love someone even though I don't do something they want me to do and are saying that I have to do in order for them to feel lovable?" Yeah, right? I believe that. I can. I still love you. I'm not gonna do what you want. I still love you, you know? Um, so, there is this awareness that's coming in here, and, um he will get better when you get better. I know, right? Because we don't see the world as it is. Shock, shock. We see the world as we are. Everyone sees the world through their own eyes, through their own conditioning, because you can have 10 people witness an accident and have 10 different accounts of what happened because everyone's seen it through their own perspective and their own eyes. And so when we change our choices of thought and belief and emotion and energy and action, then we start to see the outside world change too. We're like, oh, like when I worked in a call center, it really came to awareness. This big light bulb went off when I was getting all these customers who were so irritated and so rude and mean. And I'm just like, why are people being such putzes, right? And then I realized, oh, if these are all mirrors for me, maybe it's me. And so I took a break, you know, got readjusted my attitude, and I came back and they switched the phone skills on my phone because I started having all these wonderful people, happy, humorous, nice, and everything. And it was like, oh, because my view of the world changed. So that's what they have for you right now, Berenice. So hopefully that's helpful for at least to go, what am I fearing, and what's the real root of that? Okay. So hang in there, my dear. Many blessings to you. All right. LH, you are up next. Hello, hello. So, is your love interest at his core interested in you only because you're interested in him? Oh, that's a good question. Let's take a look here and see what Spirit wants you to know here. You know, I feel like here they're emotionally confused anyway. At their core, they've got emotional confusion. But, if they got this ending of cycles and this new beginning here, um, I just feel, that the universe being the last card in the major arcana, it's the world card normally. It is like this change of things, and that um, their interest in you is because you're different. You're someone who they've never had before. And this is what's bringing up this emotional confusion, is because you're so unpredictable in their mind. You're so different. They love it though. They got the Wheel of Fortune, which it's like this says whatever unfolds, even you're in there, human feels very fortunate. It's it's the wheel of fortune, the tune of for you. And of course, everything that unfolds is always for us. But when the wheel of fortune pops up, even our ego, our human side feels like, wow, this is for me, though, how this unfolds and rolls out. So I don't feel like it's like, um, because you showed interest, they're showing interest in you. I just think you're interesting to them because you're so different and it's exciting and not boring. It's like very, very opening, and I like this for you. So that's what they have for you, LH. I really like this. I don't know. They just feel like you're intriguing is another word. It's just you're so different and intricate and opposite of a lot of things that they were told they were supposed to want, and they're really enjoying this. So I don't feel like it's just because, it's because you are interesting. So I like it. All right. So that's what they have for you, my dear. Many blessings to you. And then Ashvin Rai, hello, hello. You are up next. And want to know, what does Simran feel for you? Let's take a look here. All right. They're kind of in their little world right now, looking at their current energies. We've got the Three of Pentacles, which is them trying to be true to their authentic self. And the Nine of Pentacles is kind of like this hermit's journey off by themselves with spirit here, which represented by the birds. They're off by themselves, discovering who they are, what they want to be, who they want to be, how they want to express it in the world. So I don't feel like their feelings are plugged in. It's like their emotions, not just towards you, but their emotions in general were so loud and so distracting. They just unplugged the radio, brr, and it's gone silent because they're trying to figure out, who am I? What do I want? And they don't want all these things influencing them. It's kind of like they wanted to go away and step away from everything. And they have. It's not just you, it's everything. I feel like they've kind of just stepped away from, except for the stuff they have to, they feel, to survive, like work or going to family stuff. Like, oh, I would, they would murder me if I didn't go. So they put on an act and then they go and psh, and then they isolate themselves. But I feel like it's part of their um transformation. It's this hermit's journey that they're just trying to figure things out, and they don't have any feelings. It just, they feel numb, again, like they've unplugged their emotions. There's emotions that are bouncing around there in their heart. I see that, but it's like they're in a padded cell. They have their heart in a padded cell that's noise resistant, whatever. It's where you can't hear noise in it. I can't think of the word, but it's, uh, uh, the heart can't express itself right now, even though it's wanting to. It's screaming at the top of its lungs, but you can't hear it because it's soundproof. Duh. So that's what's coming in right now, Ashbin. So if you're like, okay, well, that explains why they're in this hands off type of running away mode. But that's what's coming in. So hang in there. All you can do from where you're at is send them love. If you want to help them, if you check out my Take 10 with Zen, I think it's like around episode 9. It's called Heartache, not heartbreak, but heartache. It's when we want to help someone, but we feel like we can't. We can send them energy to help them on their journey if you want to. So that's available. All right. And that's what we have for you. So many blessings to you. And then Nature 1111, hello. So you want to know the Capricorn man's current feelings for you. All right. Let's take a look here. We're in Capricorn moon energy today. So, oh, wait. No, I think we moved into, no, we're in Capricorn moon. We're in Libra sun. So we're headed there anywhere. Let's see here. Oh, my goodness. Well, I see here they're in this. It almost feels like what we just talked about with the previous reading a little bit, because we've got the Nine of Swords, which is their nightmare and insomnia card. That's not how they feel about you, because the Hierophant is this invitation from their higher self to take them higher, to this place of finding out what is their capital T truth instead of their small t truth. The capital T truth is the truth connected to the upper realms about who do they really want to be? Who do they really want to be with? What do they really want in their life? They're in this big, it's almost like a Saturn return or like a midlife crisis, type of feel to it, because it's just, the small t truths are all these fears of what's going to happen. I'm going to get attacked if I don't do what everyone wants me to be. But there's this draw going up, going, but who do you really want to be in this life? And this is why they have the 10 of wands, which it's going up in flames. All this energy, the 10 of wands is they've been investing so much in so many different areas of their life, trying to achieve and trying to please everyone and make, check off all the stuff out, the huge list that's been given them all their life. They're just exhausted. And that's why they're having this reflection of, what do I really want? I don't know if I want all this stuff. I don't know if I want what they are saying that I'm supposed to have. And so they're in this reflective period, and that's why I feel like they're in the Capricorn, big thinkers, and Saturn, that would make sense too. Very much Saturn Capricorn energy is doing this work, is challenging all of their mindsets and all this belief systems they've grown up with, and so there is this coming in here. Um, so I don't feel like they have feelings. I feel like they're overwhelmed with feelings so much that they can't differentiate what feelings are for what, because they're in a whirlwind and they just feel like, oh my gosh, get me out of here. I don't know what's happening. And they're just so confused about their life. But this is what's happening with them right now. There's so much in their mind, scrambled emotions, scrambled thoughts, scrambled life, and I feel like they're at this place of breaking, and just saying, "Screw everything! I need to find out who I am," and then they run away for a weekend or something to figure things out. But they have feelings in there. They're definitely, yours are part of the emotional thought storm that's going on around them, but they just can't differentiate because it's a storm. So hopefully that helps understand where they're coming from right now. Luckily, we're headed into here to the equinox, which is balancing Libra energy, which helps with the relationships and balancing out of things. So this energy will help them out a lot too. All right, that's what they have for you. And then up next, we got tarot to tarot. Hello, hello. And your question is, um, oh, is it in the cards for you to leave the US? All right, let's take a look here. Sorry, it took me a moment for it to register in my brain. Is it in the cards for you to leave the United States? Let's take a look here. Hmm. Hmm. So you've got the Queen of Swords, you've got the Moon, and you've got the Sire of Swords. So you've got of course, the master here of all the thinking, right? The King of Swords, they get a second portion of swords. So not only do they co-rule on all the thinking with them, they're the master of thought and belief and mindset. And the queen, of course, balances it's almost like the queen is in the middle, right? Because you've got, she helps rule over thought, but she also gets, all the queens get a portion of emotion. So you have the emotional moon in between. And so I feel like you have a lot of emotions on one side, you got a lot of thoughts and beliefs on another. And the Queen of Swords is helping you balance out your thoughts and beliefs and mindsets and looking at the transformation here. Because I feel like they're saying to understand what is creating the desire to whether to do it or not, right? That there's a lot of thought and there's a lot of emotion. And this beautiful Libra energy we have helps balance the heart and mind here. So I almost feel like stepping away, seeing things from a different perspective will help you here. Let's see what else we got here. Yeah, I got the Six of Cups. The Six of Cups is this nostalgia, of course, being tarot to tarot, this nostalgia card, but it's also past life. There's a lot of past life energy. I just have felt, I've been getting the Six of Cups like all the time, everywhere. And when I noticed it, Spirit was like, yeah, what's has happened in the world is that we usually are like 10% conscious, 90% subconscious, and all our past lives, Akasha records, and everything are down in the subconscious, right? But the energy on the planet's been expanding, and we're now 11% conscious, 89%, right? My math, 89% subconscious. And so that 1% has taken us into seeing the past life connections. And I feel like there's this draw um, to go to a homeland of somewhere that you've been before in a past life. And this is what's drawing you in that direction. And I feel like you're also being drawn to a past life connection with a human that's there as well. Let's take a look here. Yeah. Yeah. Because you have the world card with the universe card and then the page of cups, new love. So I do feel like that's what's drawing you. And um I can see here the draw, and there's no right or wrong here. The Six of Pentacles, the giving and receiving card coming in here too with the Six of Cups. So I feel like this is a yes, that this is the draw of where you're going, but it's not a you don't have to leave the US for this fated meeting, but it does allow you much more time together. Which is like, duh, but it does feel like you're being drawn to a past lifetime where you used to live, and this is where this person is at as well, that was drawn there. And it's like you both have been drawn back to your what was your homeland in a past lifetime for this reconnection there. Um, and it is fated. Like if you don't move, eventually they will come and visit United States, and you will see them and meet them in I don't know why it feels like in business, um, but it does speed things up. Um, if you follow your heart and your gut and follow where you're drawn to go. Um, so it's not running away, it's being drawn to, is what I feel is coming through. So that's what's coming through tarot to tarot. So many blessings too. Have fun. I like it. All right. And we just got a couple more to go here. So if I missed anyone, my apologies. I usually try to be very particular, my Capricorn rising energy. I try to go through and weed out them all. So hopefully I didn't leave anyone out. If not, I'm going to be back in about an hour and a half. So in about 30 minutes or so, I'll be putting out the new ad or the reservation announcing my next live, and you can jump in there early and put your question early too. So I'll be finishing up here in a couple minutes, and then you'll be seeing that here shortly, and then I'll be back. So big apologies, and if you can't make it tonight, I will be back tomorrow morning as well at 11 a.m. Mountain Time for my morning session on Sunday. All right, so JJJ, you want to know how can you stop someone from doing any psychic or tarot readings? I'm assuming you mean on you, because you can't have anyone stop doing what they want to do. You can try, but you can't. Let me take a look here and see what Spirit wants you to know about why this matters to you and what advice they have. Yeah, I see here. So I see this with the 7 of Wands, desire, um, to protect yourself, and it's almost like the defensive mode, right? It's like you feel like you might be being attacked, right? And the reason why these are coming up is because of fear. This fear of what are they gonna do? What are they gonna find out? What's going on? Da 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 da, da, right? But I just with this 2 of Swords coming in, it's like close your eyes and open your heart, and really step back and look at why you're fearing this is what spirit wants you to know. Because, um, we are all one. We think we're separate. We come here to experience what it might feel like to feel like I am alone and I'm separate from everyone else. But it's like, we all have access to everyone's information. It's like when I'm doing a reading for you, I'm not really reading you. I'm connecting with my higher self, which connects to all of the spirit guides, which connects to the big sea of all of us, and then it goes down into you and through your spirit guides and everyone into um that connection. So it's like a satellite. It's like on a cell phone. I'm not talking to you here. I'm talking to you here, right? And so we have nothing to fear because when people want to do psychic or tarot readings on you, um spirit is in control. Spirit, if anyone's doing anything out of lower vibrational energy, they get a lot of static, you know. And that's the wonderful thing about spiritual gifts. People are like, well, what if people practice black magic? If people think they're practicing black magic, all they're doing is working on their pain, sending out lower vibrational energy. But if we have our higher vibrational energy that's around us, higher vibrational energy is a billions time more stronger than lower vibrational energy, and it doesn't do anything. You know, did you guys hear anything? A mosquito hit our little, you know, laser. It's like it's nothing. No one can do anything to us. No one can withdraw and extract information from us, from a uh, lower vibrational intention and stuff. So we fear, oh my gosh, they're going to be able to do something. That's how black magic works. That's how everything works. Is that their energy doesn't do anything to us. We allow it to. Like if someone says, putting a curse on you and you're going to get sick, and we believe it. I'm going to get sick. I'm going to get sick. I'm going to get sick. Imagine me getting sick. Well, it's because I believed it. My energy made it happen, not theirs. My belief impacts me. Their beliefs impact them. So, you can't stop someone from trying to do psychic or tarot readings about you in your life. But spirit, when we try to, find out about what's going on in someone else's life, the the only times like when people ask me, how is so and so feeling about me? They bring in the message of how they're currently feeling about them, but ultimately it's all about the messages that come through are for the person that's getting the reading, and they're going to be bringing them the information they need to spark whatever needs to be sparked inside of them for their own self discovery. So you don't have to worry about other people doing readings on you. They're going to get exactly what they're going to get, and they're going to believe exactly what they're going to believe, because um they could be telling them, because I do that all the time. It happens when I'm doing readings, and I'll be saying, no, this person is in a lot of pain and they're not going to contact you. People are like, so they still love me and they're going to contact me later. I'm like, no, that's not what I said. Because the people want to hear what they want to hear anyway. So you can worry all you want about other people. It's a waste of energy. Just focus on what you're feeling. What are your fears? mindsets can you release? What emotions can you release that no longer serve so you can raise your love vibration and head off in your direction? But your power, you don't have to worry about defending yourself. The Seven of Wands tells us that you don't have to worry. You're on a high hill. No one can attack you. You don't have to worry about it. You are protected by your own love energy, and you don't have to worry about other people's energies. It only impacts them unless you want to believe, oh, they're impacting me. Then it will, because your energy is what's impacting you in your belief about their energy. Hopefully that makes sense. All right. But that's what they have for you, JJJ. So many blessings. Hang in there. All right. And then the last reading up for this session is Scorpio 1180. You are very welcome in advance. So, what does Robert want you to know that he isn't saying, good or bad? Just tell me. I just need to know. All right. Let's take a look here. If Robert could tell you something, what would he want you to know? All right. So he would tell you that he would love to move on his love with the Knight of Cups. And there's a lot of it with the Moon card here. There's a lot of emotion below the surface that he's not able to express and get to you because he is on this journey here. This Knight of Cups is on the quest for self love, and that they have so much love in their heart for you, but because they have very little love in their heart for themselves, it can't get out. Because when I love myself this much, no matter how much I want to send love to someone else and flood it, it's just going to drip out. No matter how much love someone wants to give me, it's just going to drip in. As I expand my self love, then not only is it a win win because I'm feeling all this beautiful love from above, but also I'm able to give and receive love from the humans even more. So I feel like they would tell you that there's a sea of love I have for you, but I only have a, um, my funnel is only this big. And so you're drip, drip, drip. So, it's not personal. They are in a pursuit of finding their self love. And once they find that, they can fill up and overflow to you, but they're still on that journey of finding their own love. And so they're giving the love that they can right now. And all you can do, of course, if you love yourself this much, no matter if they open up and flood, if you haven't been working on your own self love, you can't receive it. It's like whoosh, and then drip, 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 and then of course vice versa backwards. So I feel like that's what they have for you, Scorpio 1180. So beautiful message. I love that. I know it doesn't. It's like, oh man, but then you're like, okay, I see that. And all you can do to help them is work on your self-love so that you can fill up and overflow and give them self-love, unconditional love, which will spark the unconditional love in them and help them find their love faster. And that'll speed up the process, but you can't force them to do anything. Yay! Can focus all that energy on you instead of trying to change them, right? It's freeing. I remember that day. Here, God, here's my Deputy of the Universe badge back. I'm just going to work on me. They're like, well, that sounds like a wise choice. All right, everybody, that's what we have for right now. And as I said, I shall return um, in about an hour and a half for this evening session. So if you'd like to join me, I shall be back for a couple hours. In the meantime, just know every second of every day of your life that you, yes, you, and you, and you, and you are all unconditionally loved by the mother and the father of all things, our creator. And of course, I love you guys too. So until I see you again, much love to you. You hang in there. Have a great rest of your day or night, wherever you're out in the world. And we'll see you soon.